I thought this morning I would concentrate just on the words of St. Paul in his letter that you heard proclaimed to the Colossians. So I don't think there's any question by scripture scholars that Paul was somewhere in prison when this letter, not just what we heard today, but the whole letter was written to the people in the city of Colossae. And he's speaking from prison. Some feel, what I looked up, most feel that he's probably in prison in Rome and awaiting, a decision about what his future would be, if he would live or not. But what I like about this reading and how I think it applies very, very well to many of our homebound folks from all of our parishes, many of our shut-ins, is when he says, I rejoice in my sufferings for your sake, and in my flesh I am filling up what is lacking in the afflictions of Christ on behalf of his body, which is the church. Now, there is no question about the fact that Jesus' suffering death was redemptive for all of us. He saved us. And it was because of that that we all look forward to one day being with him in glory. But Paul recognized that if he could connect his sufferings with the suffering of Jesus, it enabled him and offer it. He said, I'm offering it for the church. And he recognized that could be in itself adding, in a way to redemption of people. So my message for you at home today would be, and I know there are many of you who are ill, certainly many of you who are shut in, unable to go out. Maybe most of you, probably all of you, have various sorts of disabilities and lots of pain and suffering that you endure on a daily basis. I think one of the greatest sufferings that people endure, at least from my experience in a parish, is when they lose a sense of independence because they're no longer able to drive. That is one of the most painful things that people can experience. So what we're called to do today, I do believe, is all those you at home, whatever your sufferings might be, and they can be physical, spiritual even, they can be certainly emotional. If we can join those sufferings to the sufferings of Jesus and use those sufferings as a form of prayer for folks out there who really are in need of prayer. We're all well aware of the need for prayer in our very troubled world. We all have family members, I'm sure, for whom we know would really benefit and perhaps have asked us for our prayers and for our love and support. So whatever it is that you're experiencing, let us offer that up, our suffering, as a form of prayer for all those we love and for our church.